Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another speed build for you because those are the only videos I've been posting lately. But I do have some plans to record a challenge video, a little let's play for you guys, and I think I'm going to be doing the 100 baby challenge, which is a challenge I've never attempted ever in my Sims career, and I've always wanted to, but I've always wanted to record the process. Because personally, I don't like having families in The Sims. Like, I really don't like raising kids and growing old and having my Sims die. Like, I just kind of like making one Sim and then just kind of doing whatever I want with them forever. But I think it would be fun. I am trying to do the legacy challenge right now, which is actually what this house is for. My Sim that I started with, her and her husband are now getting older. They have had two kids, but their kids are growing up and moving out, so they needed to downsize. And that's why I started making this house. I looked up a reference picture. I think I Googled something like retirement house or like house for a retiring couple or something like that. And I saw a house that was basically identical to this, and then I was really inspired to make it. I wasn't even really planning on building anything, but then when I turned on my game and then saw that my daughter was going to be turning into a young adult soon, I was like, well, she's going to move out, and then this house is going to be way too big. And it's already not fun to play in because it's way too big. So this house is a little small, and I probably could have made it a bit bigger, but that's really what I was trying to avoid with this house. And I think it turned out really good. The outside turned out good. The exterior looks good. I'm honestly not a big fan of the inside. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but I think it'll do the trick. I think it suits my Sims household a lot more now, and I'm really happy with it. And you guys can obviously change the inside to make it look better because I did not do a very good job. I also tried to use the terrain tool or whatever it's called to kind of raise the garden, but then my flowers were floating in a weird way, and I didn't want to use the terrain tool too much, so then I just ended up flattening everything, and I think it looks okay. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not very good at using the terrain tool. The house that this family was living in before, I did try and use it, but it kind of just ended up looking like a house on a hill. And then I didn't have a lot of yard space left because I'm just not very good at using the terrain tool. So yeah, I just made it flat, and I feel like it's just a lot easier to work with the lot space when you have a flat lot. But anyway, I really like this house. The inside, not so great though. But the outside and the patio, I think, turned out really, really good. And I love the color of this house too. It looks so cozy and fun, and it looks like a roof I want to sit on. I don't know why. I just do. Just trying to make a little garden area, make it look lush and inviting, make it look like, hey, we have time to garden because we don't have kids anymore, and I'm loving that life. I think this will be a good house for my Sims, and I'm actually excited to play in it too. And it's just going to be a much better size. I don't like playing in houses that are too big. It's just way too frustrating. And I did struggle with the floor plan a lot. I actually stopped recording to figure out where I was going to put the stairs, because I didn't know if I wanted the upstairs just to be like a loft area for like an office. But I did end up putting the master bedroom upstairs. There's an office downstairs, which you could turn into a bedroom if you wanted a 2-bedroom. But like I said, not the purpose of this house. This house is supposed to be childless. There's no guest bedroom. There's no room for people coming over. These people are done taking care of other people. It's their turn to be taken care of. And I love this house. I love the patio doors right at the front too. They kind of go off of the dining room, which I think is a nice little feature. Like if it was a nice summer day, you could just open all the doors and let all the sunshine in. Be pretty nice. And everything I used in the yard as far as landscaping goes was found in Debug, just because I didn't want to spend too much money on this house. I think it ended up being like 55,000 simoleons though, which is still pretty expensive. But I mean, after my Sims sold their house and purchased this one, they still had lots of money left over to give to their child to move out, and she can also get her house as well. So I don't really know where she's going to live yet, but I'm just excited to get rid of that big house. This is way better. It's going to be a much better fit for this family. And I'm really not 100% happy with the way this kitchen turned out. I've been wanting to use like those blue cool kitchen cabinets for a while, so I took this opportunity to do that. I don't know. I just feel like the spacing is kind of weird, but I don't know. I just kind of went with it. Like I said, the inside of this house is not my favorite. I'm really just here for the outside of the house. But I actually am really happy with all the windows too. I really didn't want to get rid of the windows in the kitchen, and I feel like it would have made the kitchen look a lot better, but I just love the way those windows looked from the outside that I really couldn't part with them. So I just kept them there. Have a little china cabinet there, some nice storage. I don't know, like this, it's nice. It's just not like pretty. I don't know. I kind of gave up. I was trying to use more colors too. So I was like, let's put some blue in there and some yellow curtains. But I don't know. I'm indifferent on the inside. I also hope that my voiceover sounds better than my last videos. I have actually set up my microphone and trying to do this properly. Before I was just using my iPhone headphones. I don't even have an iPhone anymore. Like these headphones are pretty old. I was just using the microphone on that, and that's why you could hear me like brushing up against it sometimes. So yeah, I hope it sounds better now. I'm trying my best to be a professional sim player. Also, I couldn't really get the dining table to fit with the doors there. And like I said, I could have just made it a bit longer, but I was so against making this house bigger. I just wanted it to be small that I just kind of threw the extra chair in the corner, which I think is pretty realistic. Like just throwing like an extra dining chair in the corner because you don't have room for it to like use it all the time. But if you had lots of guests over for dinner, you can just grab the chair and put it there and just be like, okay, we don't need to use those doors because we have guests over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a normal thing in houses. I also cut out a lot of the footage of me doing the living room because I was very indecisive and I couldn't really figure out how I wanted it to work because it's such a small space. And like I said, could have made it bigger, didn't want to. Because, well, one, I was also really happy with the way it looked outside. So I just really wanted to keep it the way it was and just trying to figure it out. I made that little nook a good place for some built-in shelves. I just end up putting like 3 Parenthood bookshelves there and they all look the exact same. I don't know. I didn't really try with this living room too much. I was getting too frustrated. I just wanted to put everything in there and move on. And as always, if you want to download this house, you totally can. I will put all of my information in the description below, but my gallery ID is Nintendo64, Gen with 2 N's, and I think I uploaded it under Tranquil Family Abode or something stupid like that. I think I just named it that because the lot already said like Tranquil something. I don't even remember. I just kind of kept half of it. Oh yeah, it says right there, Tranquil Crescent. I don't know. I guess I could have kept it that way. I don't know. I'm so bad at coming up with titles. Even for my YouTube videos, I'm like, I did this. I built this. I don't know. I'm so bad with naming stuff. But I don't know. I hope you guys like this content. I really have fun making it. I'm not going to lie. Even if nobody watches them, which I know a few people do, and that makes my day. And when you guys comment, it really warms my heart. So thank you, Yami. I hope I'm saying that right. Every time you leave a comment, it makes my day. So I hope you're listening. And I love your videos as well. If you guys haven't seen her videos, you guys should definitely check them out. She just built like this lot, and it literally is like this yacht on the water, and you can live in it. It's so cool. And she did a really good job. You guys should go check it out. I'll link her in the description too, because yeah, she's always leaving me comments, making me feel good. And I also took advantage of this opportunity to put more built-ins in the office. I was looking up pictures on Google just of like office ideas, and a lot of them had like built-in shelves. So I took, what is that? I think it's a cats and dogs bookshelf, and just put some white shelves next to it, cluttered it up, make it look good. And then I just put like a plain white desk underneath it. It almost looks like something that you could custom build from IKEA catalogs. I feel like I always talk about IKEA in my videos. But yeah, I thought that was kind of fun just to have that whole like built-in unit on that side of the office. And then the other side is kind of an art space. My sim is level 9 painter, so whenever I want like some quick cash, I just get her to paint some pictures for the fam. So I just had to make sure I had a little painting area for her. And same with the husband, he will write to get some quick money for the family. So I had to get that desk in there. So good office space, make us some money. They both have jobs too, but I don't know. I feel like having a job in The Sims is kind of pointless. You can make so much more money way more quickly by not having a job. But I don't know. I kind of got lazy playing as the parent, so I was like, you can just go to work all day, because I don't want to have to like do stuff with you all the time. And I kind of struggled with how I wanted the bedroom to look. I really wanted it to be more muted for like an older couple, but I ended up kind of going the opposite direction. It's actually quite loud and bold. But it looks really good, and I feel like if she's like a painter and he's a writer, like they're kind of creative, that maybe they just like took a chance. They're like, yeah, the kids are gone, like let's have a fun bedroom. I don't know why that makes sense at all. But I do like the way this bedroom looks. There's lots of plants in it. There's a little reading nook in there. I don't actually know if I put like any books in there, but you could put some books in there. It's not hard. There's a space for it. And I also ended up throwing that ensuite onto the side. I don't know, the bedroom just seemed like it was a bit too big, so I just closed it off through the bathroom in there. So now they don't have to make their way downstairs if they have to use the washroom or shower or do any of that stuff. Because I know that can be really annoying. That's why I don't necessarily like having second stories in The Sims, but it just makes the outside of the house look so much better. And I decided to go back and just make the patio look a little bit nicer. The picnic table just wasn't cutting it. So I actually just turned on like the, what is it? Perfect patio and backyard stuff packs. I just turned those on and just went through and used stuff I hadn't really used before. And that includes that table, the barbecue, the rug, and I was looking for a gazebo to put over it, and I wasn't happy with any of the, like, what are they called? Sculptures or decorations, any of those ones. So I decided just to build my own just by putting a roof over some columns, and I think it looks really good. The table was just way too big to put like the stand-up umbrella over, so that's why I decided to do that. And I end up just putting a little gardening space against this wall as well. And I also just wanted to mention that the windows I used on this house are from cats and dogs, and I really like the way this house looks. And that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss the next one. I will see you guys next time. Bye!